Hello there. So I'm just giving you a quick update on why I haven't been putting any videos up lately. I think it's been about 4 days because it's today Friday. I think the last one I put up was Monday. And the reason is not really a big reason, but Tuesday and Wednesday I stayed at my son's. I was only going to go for the night. Well, I stayed 2 days, 2 nights, and I came back 2 days, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Came back yesterday because today's Friday. Yesterday morning, went to see a house that has just come back on the market, but you'll see that didn't really didn't take my gimbal, so it's all over the place, and also it's a great price. It's a fabulous house. If I'd have known that I was going to go and see it, I could have gone inside. I could have shown you the garden. I could have shown you everything. But she called me when I was just in another town, so I went to it on the way back home, and you'll see the video. It's not great. Anyway, it's 40,000 euros, and I decided no, I'm not even interested now because I don't think I'll sell my house before the end of the summer, if not this year, and it's too much work. Anyway, if anybody's interested in that, it's an absolute steal. So I just went to, I'm looking after a house, as you know, for an American couple, and just went there to water the plants. And the very good news is that today is Friday the 14th of August, and tomorrow, after 3 weeks of awful heat wave, it's finished. And for goodness sake, everybody's going to be so happy. It's just going to be life back to normal for a bit before we have probably the floods and whatever else there is to come. And see, today, right now, anyway, not earlier. It's, what time is it now? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. The sun has gone. There's a lot of cloud coming over. It looks like it might rain tonight, but it's still 34 degrees. And last night I went night walking with my friend, as you've seen that I do 3 nights a week. And at night we left at 8 o'clock. It was 36 degrees. It was just awful. And last night it was cloudy as well. And the night before for the eclipse, it was the same. It's just got to a stage now where the heat of the day, it just heats up the ground and the walls so much that at night it doesn't even get cool. It's just oppressive. So looking forward to that. And another tiny little bit of news that maybe will amount to absolutely nothing. I went on Tinder at the request of a friend who said that her friends met her husband on Tinder, and her best friend met her husband on Tinder. So she said to me, go on it and have a look. So I went on it because, yeah, it's free and it only takes you like 5 minutes to join. You don't have to fill out a whole load of stuff. So I did it, and I met somebody that I really like. And it's the first time I've actually had that feeling about somebody, the same feeling I had when I met my ex-boyfriend. I have the same feeling, and maybe it's just all in my head, but we'll see. And also, I don't really know how he feels. I think he feels the same because we talk literally all day. We send each other messages. He knows a whole load of things about my life, and I know a whole lot about his. I know what he's looking for, what he's scared of, what are his dreams, what happened with his last relationship, and so many things. And he knows the same about me, and that's a good thing because we actually now know that, you know, we're kind of compatible. Even though his passion is skiing, and I don't even really like going in snow. I like looking at snow, but I don't even like going in it. And my passion is swimming, and he doesn't swim. He does every sport imaginable, but he doesn't swim. So we worked that out easily. We just said, well, when you go skiing, I'm going swimming. And he said, yeah, absolutely. And anyway, we'll see what happens. 2 days into texting. The weekend is looming. He hasn't actually made any advance to like getting together, hasn't even mentioned it at the weekend, so I'm not mentioning it, and so if it happens, it happens. Even not this weekend, next weekend, whatever, and if not, we'll just continue talking because he's a nice guy. And the only problem is, and it's not, maybe not a problem, but he works in the town where I lived with my ex-boyfriend. That's Tarbes. Everything, it seems to be like a magnet, Tarbes, and for men, single men. And that's not the worst part. The worst part is, oh, I'm sorry I'm on this busy road and I didn't bring my new microphone. The worst part is, he lives 45 minutes south of Tarbes in the mountains, but literally in a ski resort, as he loves skiing so much. And from my house, I went onto the Google Earth on Mappy, and it takes 1 hour 45 minutes door to door. So that really is a long way away. Whereas from here to Toulouse, it's an hour. It's a straight motorway. You don't have to go in mountain passes or anything. It's just a motorway, and you can even take the train. So it's not great, but you know, if there was something really great there, and you never know, do you? So anyway, hello. This is a little house that's for sale. It was for sale for about 60-something thousand euros about 4 months ago. I really liked it because I went inside. You can't really see the end of the house because it's all under that foliage in the corner, but it's all stone inside. Oops, sorry. It's really, really old stone inside, and you don't even need to take any plasterboard or plaster off. It's all there. Oh, you do it in downstairs, you do. You need to take off some plasterboard, but it could be really nice. Obviously you don't know the location, but the location here is absolutely fantastic, and this village is a real sought after village. Maybe the average price here is probably about 250,000 euros, and it's only small. But this house has got 2 rooms downstairs, which you would literally just knock out the walls and make a great big room downstairs, and then upstairs it's already open, but there's a tiny bit of wall hiding another little room, and I think that could be taken down. The roof, I think somebody said that the roof was new, but anyway, I don't know about that. And then here, oh dear, alongside here, there's this massive barn, which, okay, if you want space, that's great, but for me, I think I'd just knock most of it down, especially from the top floor, and I'd just have from the right of that ladder, no, from the left of the ladder to the door, so like a ground, just a barn on the ground floor, and then I'd make that space a garage. And then in here it's kind of, I don't know if they actually lived in this bit down there at the bottom, but I remember when I went to see it, it was it has a bathroom in there, in fact, so that's where you could renovate that bathroom, and you could maybe have the start of a kitchen in there, and then the kitchen that would come all the way around, and then on this right hand side of the door have the lounge. I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of other work to do, because here the garden is enormous. Got a lovely tree here, but then you're going to have to cut a hedge down and some very old and high trees. I hope my video is not all over the place because I don't have my gimbal. I just literally came past it today because this morning the agent that I saw it with said to me that the person that had made the offer for 52 has backed out, and she said it's now available, and I just said, well, I'd only offer 40, and she said yeah. Well, she seemed to think that could be accepted, so we'll see. don't even know. But anyway, that's not the main story. Yeah, so here you've just got one room up here. Not one room, one window. This is just a tiny little lane. Nothing comes down here. And at the bottom of that road, you've just got a view, a stunning view of all the mountains, which you would have from the house as well. And then behind here at the back, this is the land as well. But I mean, you wouldn't do anything with that, just leave it, I guess. Because what are you going to do there? Don't know. Anyway, the reason I'm showing you this and telling you about it is because this afternoon when I get back, I've got a man coming to my house who's going to do some work on my house, and he said that he'd seen this house as well and he thought it was a bargain, even for like 50 odd. He said it's a bargain and he really wishes he'd bought it. He bought another house that was 20 something, and now he's started renovating it at the beginning of the summer. It's almost done. And he said, and I said I loved that house as well, but I thought there was too much to do and I couldn't do it. He said I could turn that house around and make it habitable for 50 grand easily. And I thought, if I get that for 40 and he can do it for 50, and that's 90 grand. And honestly, he said, and it is true, afterwards this house would be worth at least 250,000 at least, because all the houses in this village are really expensive. It's a really sought after village. But this is probably be more expensive because it's got about 2,500 meter squared of land, and a view that some of them in the village don't have because they're further back. And this is like the last house south of the village, and it's got views to die for. So anyway, I'll leave it there and up. Hello. So don't really need to video this, but I'm just showing you that every 2 weeks I wash my hair. As you can see, it's so dirty, it's so smelly and disgusting. And I've swum in the lake 3 times this week, and honestly, it's just disgusting. But so every 2 weeks I wash my hair. First of all, I use 2 eggs. Just gonna break them, and I don't really know how to apply it, except let's break the eggs in a little pot and then put it on my hair like this. It's amazing how good it feels after. I might only use 1. I usually use 2, I don't know why, but I think 1 is sufficient. Just pour the rest over. I am going to use 2 because I'm going to put my hair up now and do the ends. So just lather it in. Break the other egg. Hold on. I'm going to put my hair up like that. And then break the other egg into the bowl. Oh, I just got the whole yolk there. So lather that in. And then all this down here. Pour it all over that. And massage it all in. And then you've got to rinse it off with cold water. You leave it in for a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and rinse it off with cold water. Otherwise, you'll see the egg whites if you use hot water, and it'll be hard to get out of your hair. So before I wash my hair, I'm just gonna put a little bit of water on. Get a little bit more of a lather going. So dark and horrible. Okay then, so I'm gonna wash it and I'll come back. Hiya. So this is the results of the egg. Obviously you're not going to see any difference, but just going to show you, you might be able to. I haven't combed it, I just put it up because I went out to the supermarket, but I don't know if it's, can you see the shine? I can see it in the mirror here, but I don't know if you can actually see it in the, on the phone. But anyway, it's so soft. Also, I do recommend that you do that because it is absolutely lovely. Your hair feels so gorgeous afterwards, and it's not just because I haven't washed it for 2 weeks, because I always do that. It literally is the egg as well. It just makes it so shiny. I wish you could see it, but you can't. Anyway, you won't regret it.